The sweet aromas of the apple fritter, cinnamon roll, and blueberry muffin are hard to resist. So making it home without reaching in your McDonald's bag is no easy task. But nothing worth doing is easy. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
New year, new budgets. Every small business has unique needs. And when you partner with a Dell Technologies advisor, you get real-time tailored advice. They'll even give you a free consultation on your servers and storage devices to develop a custom solution to help improve your company's productivity. Plus, get special financing with Dell Business Credit and big savings on business computers with Intel Core processors. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net. Check out The Captain's Table, Saturdays on iTunes and ChristopherMedia.net. Christopher Media, let's make some noise.
Hey, look, wine. Cheers. You're not going to race? You didn't leave me hanging? Cheers to myself.
Christopher Media, let's make some noise. From Asthmacore Studios near Detroit, Michigan, it's Unregimented.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
108.
108.
Just like that. I'm Chris.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Jay.
Oh, look at that.
Again.
He's back.
Fucking
in the flesh. No Rich. Rich will be gone for a while. He'll be back. Like the Jews, we're going to keep one chair open for him. This chair's for Elijah and Rich. But he will be back
really
soon.
Know what that means.
Oh, it's at one of their meals, the traditional meals. They always leave an empty chair at the table
For Elijah.
For Elijah. I didn't want to say it's the Seder
Elijah
meal.
Wood?
No, the prophet Elijah.
Oh, he was a prophet.
Yes.
So he made that money, right?
Yeah,
that's what that means, right?
We'll go with that. Jay, yeah,
been interesting.
Yeah, you've missed an interesting few weeks.
Wait, who's Bubba Watson? You guys know who that is?
It's a golfer.
It's a golfer?
Oh, okay.
There he is. Yeah, he actually has a club.
I know, he sounds like a NASCAR and/or monster truck driver.
He looks like Jack Tripper's best friend on Three's Company. What was his name?
Larry.
Yeah, he looks like Larry from Three's Company.
Ah.
He is the owner. Is he the owner of the General Lee or just a General Lee?
I don't know.
It's just generally a General Lee.
Hey, oh.
The professional golfer announced on Twitter that he is painting over the one emblazoned... Oh, Bubba Watson won't fly the Confederate flag. I have to say that first. The professional golfer announced on Twitter that he is painting over the one emblazoned on the roof of his General Lee Dodge Charger, replacing it with an American flag, amid the controversy surrounding the embattled symbol.
What a pussy. It's the goddamn General Lee. Why the fuck would you paint over that? You own a General Lee. You don't own a fucking,
He doesn't anymore.
This is akin to painting over the Batmobile?
Sell the thing. Sell it. Get the General Sherman or some shit.
There's a better example of the point I was trying to make last time, right? So a Batmobile. Let's say some guy kills a bunch of people dressed like Batman, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Right? Because let's say they were
didn't
criminals.
The guy do that back in the movie theater? Like, wasn't he like wearing a costume? Was he wearing a Batman costume?
I don't know.
Anyways,
there was like some loose Batman connection there. You're right. I never understood exactly what it was. But let's say like some crazy guy kills a bunch of people who, let's say they're even criminals. Not ones that deserve to die,
Sure.
But let's say there's some petty criminals that, some guy decides to be a vigilante and take them out himself, and he dresses up as Batman, and he tells everyone that, he's got Batman all over his Facebook. He's got Batman stickers on his car. He's wearing a Batman t-shirt. I don't fucking know.
He's a fucking lunatic who thinks he's Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's very... That symbol right there, that bat symbol, can be found, on his clothing, on his car, on his computer. It's a major influence for what he's doing.
Got it. Yeah.
It doesn't make him less crazy.
No.
What do we do then? I mean, I understand that we're talking about, this is a representation of a symbol of hate to some people, and this is just a comic book character.
To some people, but so is the American flag. Like a lot of people think,
yeah.
I mean, like the South, a lot. I mean,
right.
I'm not trying to generalize the entire South, but a lot of the people that I know from the South, they love the American flag, but to them it represents pretty much the same thing the Confederate flag means to other people. You know,
Right.
It's a symbol of oppression. So you have two flags that are symbols of oppression, and we're going to take one out because we're going to keep the one that's like, you know, we're all designed into, you know, this is our flag.
Got on my nerves. He was running me a mouth. He ridiculed me, calling me a bum.
Well, I just think he's kind of an asshole for changing it into an American flag instead of
it's just General Lee.
Right. Named after the general who originally flew the flag, right? Robert E. Lee was, and his army was that was originally who flew the Confederate flag.
But can I retort to both of your arguments with?
Well, wait, but let me say one thing. Let me say one thing. He should have just sold the fucking car.
That's what
if he didn't want to drive a Confederate flag around anymore, he should have sold the General Lee, gave it away, whatever the fuck. Just drive a different car.
Or paint it all black.
We're going back to my argument the other day with respect for the dead because of what it stands for and what happened. But also my retort to both of you is swastika. I'm sure before this little period in the late 30s and early 40s, the swastika was not associated with something bad.
Okay.
No, how about the swastika is actually like is an Indian Buddhist symbol that actually means peace and love?
Yeah, but here's the difference, right?
Right.
When the swastika,
same thing. That's my argument for Confederate flag.
At the height of the swastika's visibility, it was being used by people to do very evil things, right?
Yes.
And you know what? This is America.
When the Confederate,
you have the right to fucking fly the swastika if you want to be that douchebag.
Right. The Confederate flag, when it was being used in its prime, it was the symbol of an army.
But it's come to stand for something worse later on in life.
Afterwards,
but that's
people have put their own meaning upon it. It's not...
It's a symbol of state separatism. I mean, that's really what it is to me. Like, I mean, and like the whole racist thing, like slave thing. Was
all right, let's just take all the BS and everything we're all attaching to it out of the picture and just
what?
What do you think when you first see swastika?
Hate.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Holocaust.
Yeah.
Killing Jews, all that stuff.
Right.
What first comes to mind when you first see the Confederate flag? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Asshole.
Yeah, slavery. I mean, that's just
slavery is not the first thing that comes to mind.
It's not.
But I do prejudge when I see that. I do have prejudice against that. I just assume the person's going to be an idiot.
So forget all this Southern pride bullshit and expression. I mean, yes, we are guaranteed that right, but at the same time, I mean, it has come to be associated with negative shit.
If that's what you want to be associated with, fucking go for it.
Right.
Then I know where the idiot. I can see the idiot on the road because he's got the fucking Confederate flag. Whatever, dude, fly that motherfucker.
And if not, then sell the car.
Right.
Don't change it.
Yeah. Or paint the fucking car. If it's not a real General Lee, it's just a Charger?
Right. If you have a Batman suit.
Hey, can't you make it into the Starsky and Hutch car then?
No, that was a Torino.
Oh, okay.
But just fucking paint it.
If you have a Batman suit and it turns out Batman's an asshole, you don't just put a Superman logo over it. Right. You get a Superman outfit.
Right. But if you don't...
How's that for analogies?
But on the other hand, he has the right to paint the American flag on it. Like, but it shouldn't be brought out to be a big fucking deal. I think you should paint like
this is a pat on the back.
Yeah, right.
Hooray for me.
I own something racist.
Not even that. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for everybody to see what a great guy I am.
This is an opportunity for this guy to get press.
And not only that, it's a reciprocal relationship because then all the people that appreciate it can feel better about themselves too.
It's like when people say they'll pray for you.
Is it?
Look what I'm doing without really doing anything.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's like a hashtag. To me, prayers and hashtags are the same thing. Look what I did without really doing anything. And look, you can see me doing it. That's the important part.
So he bought this car specifically to own a General Lee because it's like, a boyhood fantasy of his to drive a fucking General Lee.
Because of the show.
That's because of the show.
Right. We're not assuming because it was the only car you could get that had a Confederate flag on it.
Yeah. No,
I went to the dealership. You got anything with a Confederate flag? And he's just that orange guy over there.
Just because it has an American flag or a fucking Confederate flag, it's still the General Lee.
Right.
And all you're going to think of is this show. That's it. But if it has an American flag, you're going to be like, what a douchebag.
Right.
That's not a General Lee. That's an orange car with a 1 painted on the side.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
That's a general. I'm too much of a pussy to own the fucking real car. I mean, whatever.
Hey, Roscoe's the guy who owns the store, right?
And I love the American flag.
No, Roscoe was the deputy.
Whatever.
Who is the guy? Oh, Cooter.
Yeah,
Cooter.
You know, I wonder, by the
That's
way,
the guy
how many axles were claimed by this TV show?
Yeah. How many General
How many
Lees were-
axles in the early 80s were destroyed? Because people thought they could fucking do this shit.
I'm realizing now because I was wondering, like, I'm thinking that this golfer owns the General Lee. Like, there was only ever one. They must have trashed so many of them.
What is he just?
There's tons of them.
He just owns Robert E. Lee's bones.
All you got to do is buy, what kind of car is that?
It's a Charger.
You buy a Charger of that year and paint it orange, right? I mean,
Sure.
I don't think you can't get it stock like that. Doesn't come with the...
What in our history together has led you to believe
to
I am a car guy?
listen to this. The two-time Master Tournament
We're really
winner,
showing our ignorance on cars today.
bought the car at auction in 2012 for $110,000.
110.
Lee 1 was the first car built for the Dukes of Hazzard TV show and can be seen flying through the air during the opening credits. The busted-up car was discovered over a decade ago in a junkyard and had been abandoned but fully restored before it crossed the auction block.
How did they know that's the one?
He bought probably the VIN number. He bought the original, the very first General fucking
The one
Lee,
that's in the intro where they're going over the hump.
And he's gonna fucking paint an American flag on it.
Wow.
God bless America. Like, come on. Sell the fucking thing. Go buy number 2 and, like, paint it.
That almost makes me feel like arguing for the fact that it shouldn't be painted over, it shouldn't be covered up because it is part of our history.
Right.
Okay, so
you can't paint
Dukes
over
of Hazzard isn't a big part of our history, but fuck it. I mean, it was big enough that I still remember the show. I loved watching it as a kid, and obviously millions of other people did too. This fucking golfer dropped $110,000 on a Charger because it was
a
40-year-old Charger.
Right. It was painted.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the paint job.
Yeah, right.
Right. I mean, it was Lee 1, and now he's going to paint a freaking American flag on on something so American, like such a fucking TV show that's so American.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, this is how the boys in the South live, you know? Haha, here you go, great Northern aggressors. Check it out, you know? But yeah, what a dick. I mean, but that's the thing. He can do it. Go for it.
Sure.
I'm just going to think you're a dick. Just like if you're flying a Confederate flag or have a Confederate flag sticker on your car, you're a dick. But if you own the General Lee, you're a rich motherfucker. Who cares if it's got a Confederate flag on it? It's the fucking General Lee.
I would go Batmobile before I would go General Lee. That's
yeah,
me.
Well, come on. You can at least drive a General Lee around.
Yeah.
People
are going to be like,
I'll drive a Batmobile. I'll get pulled over.
There's very few Batmobiles that actually move.
I'd like to know.
What about the Monkey Mobile?
I'd like to know what a black person feels about the General Lee. Like, does it just, like, piss them off? I mean, like, you know.
Most of the black guys I knew liked the Dukes of Hazzard.
Right. So.
TV show, and they was driving fast cars. That transcends race.
Yeah, exactly. They had the Confederate flag on it. The guy did whatever. You know. This song's so us.
There you go. That's perfect timing.
Did you see that story I sent you about the surfboard? We're going to talk about America. This is what we're doing.
Is this America?
No, okay, one more thing.
What?
There's a joke I heard since, you know, at the same time the Confederate flag shit was going down. And this is because some stupid punk kid went in and shot up a fucking church full of people, you know. And
it's
insane shit, but he was holding the fucking Confederate flag, burning the American flag, yada, yada, yada. So, like, that's the whole reason for the Confederate flag shit to come up, because it's still flying over a state capitol. I know somebody claimed the pole and cut it down. They probably put a new one up. But so that's all over. Like, come on, really? Over a fucking 21-year-old kid, you're gonna like make this an issue?
Right. Okay.
It took just a 21-year-old kid in the year 2015 to make the Confederate flag a fucking national news story.
Right. That's why I'm not behind this completely. If it was just people getting sick of it and saying, you know what, the majority of us are really annoyed by that flag or find it offensive, so we're going to decide to take it down. It's when you start using crazy people logic for your excuse to do what you want to do, that sets a very bad precedence. And that's the point I was trying to make last episode when we were talking about this.
You know what, though? I'm really glad that Walmart's not selling Confederate flags anymore because that just pissed off 90% of their fucking clientele.
Yeah. Well, that's just the market working.
Yeah, right.
You know, like...
No, we're American. No, we don't sell that.
And that's the thing. It's not like there's... I don't hear anybody talking about laws saying that it's going to... They want to make it illegal to sell merchandise or shirts or flags with a Confederate flag image on it.
Oh, right. Whatever. I mean, that's the store's choice. They don't want to sell a product. They don't sell a product. That's fine. They don't, whatever. If it endorses racism again, like now it's a national news story again that, this flag represents nothing but racism. It doesn't represent any other meaning, There's a lot of meaning behind that flag. But, if the state fucking flies the flag and the majority of the people in the state voted to have that flag flown, kiss my ass, get out and vote. That's how it goes. The people voted for it.
Right.
That's it. We're a state of assholes. Look at us,
Can we vote those people out of the country?
No, you can't, because that's that's the wonderful United States.
But once you start,
we'd have a brand new country, man.
Once you start doing this purge of the Confederate flag based on these events, it's so much easier next time around to do that on, let's say, the next crazy guy has a favorite book, favorite band,
whatever. That's what it was in the 70s. Fucking
Columbine and Marilyn Manson.
Right, exactly. But
so it spills over to impinging on our freedoms very easily.
Yeah, and
that type of mentality. That's why I'm kind of against the whole principle of us going after this image.
Yeah, I guess Walmart,
and not really talking about mental health. Can we talk more about mental health?
Exactly. Yeah, it should be about mental health and not about what this kid's burning, stepping on, holding in his hand besides the gun.
Yes.
He's a sick bastard.
Right.
So, end of that fucking story. Fuck that kid.
Why'd they give him a Kevlar vest? Save us
because it's
the cost of a trial and incarceration.
Yeah, but,
Are you...
that makes somebody else a murderer then.
And they bought him Burger King because he said he was hungry.
Yeah,
I bet those people you shot, they love some oxygen right now. But they like some life right now. Shut the fuck up with the Burger King.
Yeah. Bet you those people
really
like
that. You'll get to county and you'll get what we shove under the door, fuckhead.
Yep. So
come on.
What do you mean, come on? He shot 9 people in cold blood. Really? We're going to have feelings for this guy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That is our greatest power, is to forgive.
You showed no regard for human life, so we should now show no regard for your human life.
Yeah, but we are dealing with
a crazy it wasn't an accident. He premeditated it.
Yeah. I understand that. I'm not saying I have love for him.
Well, I'm not saying I don't think he should die, actually. But, I think he should, but I think there's a due process for that.
And we're not... Because you would make a mockery of the whole system. And if you start
just not getting him some Burger King?
Treating somebody less than human. Again, this is when the police allow a criminal, somebody who you think deserves it, to be injured or possibly even killed in some fashion just by, leaving him in the cell with the wrong guy or leaving him exposed, or, maybe there was an actual threat of violence.
And did you see the fucking smirk on his face when they were arrested him too?
Hold on. When you allow that criminal who you think deserves that, do you allow that to happen to him? The next step is possibly you or somebody that you know who you don't think deserves this, or possibly turns out to be even innocent. Once you open up the system to that type of behavior, there's no going back. Nobody takes a step back from that. When we decide that that waterboarding is not actually torture and it is a good way to get information, we haven't been able to pull back from that. Even Obama hasn't been able to stop the CIA from waterboarding people. He hasn't been able to shut down Guantanamo Bay. So
I don't know, man. I think when there's witnesses,
everything's a slippery slope. Is what I'm talking about. You do it intentionally.
I don't know.
So on that note, gay marriage. Hell yeah.
Right.
Hell yeah, man. Finally, part of this country got their head out of their ass. Seriously.
Yes.
It was a conservative judge, too, that swayed the vote. I fucking love that.
That's great.
That's got to have so many people's panties in a bunch.
Yeah, what's great to me is that tells me that the Supreme Court actually, freaking paid attention to a law instead of being swayed by the negative group.
Mm-hmm.
Because, gay marriage.
The negative minority.
Yeah, right. And that's what it's been.
I don't know if you heard the podcast, but I said, all right, welcome to community property. Welcome to alimony.
Right.
Welcome to child support.
Right.
This is, welcome,
gays.
Yeah. It is a good thing. It's also a logical, it's a
Silly fools.
It's a strategic.
Exactly, right?
It's a
You want this?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You want this?
It was a strategic decision by the Supreme Court because on a big issue like this, that out of all and there was a lot of crazy shit that they decided in the last week before and after that decision, but this was definitely the one that the most people were watching and felt like they were going to be affected by. If they ruled in a way that was unpopular with the people, even though it's not like we can vote them out of office,
right?
They are there to stay.
Yeah.
We just, the only way they exit is dying or quitting, but their further decisions would have less and less power and less viability if they didn't prove that they were with the majority on this issue. And that
all I gotta say, man, is like the liberals have been in power for 6 years, 7 years, and this is like the first real liberal thing to happen. You know, this should have been on the agenda, like marijuana and gay marriage. Like, yeah, that should have been like taken care of the first 2 years. Like, this is a liberal government. Boom, it's done.
Right. Like, there's a lot of things I want to get done in my term. So let's just get gay marriage and weed out of the fucking way, call it a day, and move on and start talking about important issues.
Right. Let's get this country back in shape.
Hey, they're trying. Dear Ted Cruz, the darkest 24 hours in American history. Really, man? Really? Yeah. I could think of a lot darker. Perhaps this day in September. 14 years ago.
Yeah. No shit.
But because gays can get married and they upheld Obamacare. It's dark times, huh?
Yeah, but this is more about, like, he gets a lot.
Can we start calling them Republicans?
A lot of his supporters he meets at church.
Well, that's I mean, dude, you know, the Republicans are, like, really, they need to get a candidate with their head out of his ass. You know, really.
When Donald Trump is your best shot, you may have to go back and look in the mirror and reassess.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
things.
You know, like, I get it. Like, you want to, you know, this is, I don't get, like, the word, I mean, I get what real conservatism is, but like, what these guys really are just money. And, you know, I mean, yeah, the Democrats raise frickin' taxes, right? That's normal. And the Republicans do too, but they go, oh, we're going to drop this tax and then raise this tax. And then what we saved you money, even though you're spending more. You know, it just, I'm not saying this group of Democrats right now is the greatest, you know, and I'm not really a Democrat, but, you know, they tend to be.
You're not interested by Bernie Sanders at all?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I am. The problem with Bernie Sanders is I just see lots of fucking taxes. That's what I see. But Bernie's closer to what I would.
Good ideas cost money. That's what a lot of people don't realize.
Well,
Well, if we were to judge,
I should say ideas for things that don't exist that people think are great. They never think about, okay, where's the funding for this new program that sounds awesome going to come from?
I prefer Bernie over Hillary, you know. I'm not saying that I'm going to vote Democrat, but I would prefer to see him over Hillary because I think he has like a better understanding of really where this country needs to go. I liked what he had to say.
Same ticket? What if one of them ends up picking up the other one as a running mate?
You never know. But I think that
it would.
You know, like what I've heard from him.
I think it would be Bernie as vice president then.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. Although
the other way around would be, you know,
somebody who seems as motivated towards change as he does, he could possibly redefine the office.
Right.
He could be the most getting it done vice president
you never
we've
know.
had.
Hillary at this point in her life could just, hey, it's got president in it, I'll take it.
I don't know,
That's
man.
not
it's
as historical, though. And you
know
how much we get a hard on for creating history in this country.
I just hope I don't have to.
When we can all pat ourselves on the back.
I'm probably going to end up protest voting again this time around because it's probably going to be Hillary and somebody stupid. Mm-hmm. And you know, Rand Paul is the only person that I would even consider on the Republican side of things. But
fuck.
Wow.
There you go.
That could have been worse.
Could have been way worse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing because we don't have a board. That's what. If we had a board, we'd be over.
Right. Yeah. Well, if you couldn't tell, there's no way that anybody would be able to tell what happened from that. But,
an accident.
But Chris just knocked over a whole glass of wine onto the table here.
Yes.
Like gallons. It was like a gallon bucket of wine.
But the equipment that I have over here, the headphone amp and everything, is all elevated just enough. It's got like a half-inch clearance under there. So even if it did come this way, we'd be all right. And you just missed my comic books. I had a stack of comic books sitting there.
Oh, my phone's got wine all over it.
No.
It's still on, so that's a good sign. All right. Hey, it gives you an excuse to play this, too.
Sure.
It's like War's other hit.
What were we talking about?
Rand Paul.
You were talking about Rand Paul, yeah.
Politics.
Wait, so you were saying there are things about Rand Paul that you liked?
Yeah, it just, I like how he basically wants to, what he says he wants to do. I like what he's saying. Not that any of it's going to happen.
Right.
I like his fiscal ideas, of course, because they're a lot like his dad's were. But
isn't the Donald the real businessman?
Dude, he scares the shit out of me.
Dude, that's President.
Well, isn't it
tell me that's
though?
not President Camacho running for his first term.
Totally.
It is crazy that
fucking crazy.
Donald, Dwayne, Alexander, Mountain Dew.
If you wanted to weigh the candidates based on how much you believed what they were saying now would actually happen once they were elected, it was probably Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump ranked the highest on that.
Yeah, actually, and I don't want to see what Donald Trump's going to do. I really don't. I don't want that guy in charge of the button. No, not with fucking Russia going on. That would be a joke. And I don't know if Bernie Sanders could handle what's going on with Russia. I really don't.
I don't think
Hillary.
I don't think that Donald's worried about Russia. He's worried about Mexico. That's the real problem. That's where all the rapists come from. Oh, and China, yeah.
Oh, the rapists. I'll take the rapist for 500, Alex.
Therapist.
I just, man,
Donald should have used this instead of Neil Young at his press conference.
We're screwed.
Yeah, I know,
We're so fucking screwed.
It's the old South Park conundrum: the shit sandwich or the giant douche.
If the country goes conservative, it looks like we're screwed. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like that would.
I don't see that happening.
The only time really Russia's been responsive to us is.
Oh, you're talking about Russia?
Well, yeah, we got to worry about Russia. There's a lot of shit going on, man. They're pissed off at NATO right now, and they're pissed off at us.
Putin has left a few years ago. Putin has officially left the planet with both middle fingers in the air.
Oh, yeah, he's saying
while he's heading to space.
I'm fucking. Well, they're pushing against the NATO line, is what they're doing, because they think NATO's being aggressive, which I could see his point, kind of a thing, like with the fall of the Warsaw Pact and everything like that.
Yeah, but
NATO's fucking rolling in there, and NATO's always been the enemy of Russia
outside of nuclear arms. What kind of threats do they actually have? They don't have any allies. It's not like if they decided to really point missiles at somebody, anybody's going to back them. China's not going to fucking back them.
We owe China too much money for them to not be on our side.
They've got too many trade relationships with the rest of the world.
I know.
That way outweigh their concerns with Russia.
Yeah, I mean, they want pride back in their motherland. And I think I remember, there's a point in history.
Stop enslaving your people.
Well, no, I think there's a point in history that the same kind of rhetoric was being spewed out there, and what happened there? That was Nazi Germany. Like, they for the motherland,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but they're pissed off because of the fucking whole Bosnia, Serbia thing. We fucking, was it Belgrade? We bombed the fuck out of Belgrade, I think it was.
Which I understand the conflict. I don't understand
the times in history we bombed white people.
Yeah, right. But it was.
But the Russians consider that their land.
But that was the end of it, man. Russia was pissed off at us right then. They were like, "Fuck you guys. You guys are fucking assholes. We're out." They loved us, seriously. Like, they loved us until that happened, and then they were like, "Fuck you. We're out," and they're pissed off about it. And then NATO has been pushing on their fucking front door, and Ukraine is perfect territory. They want to make sure that they buffer. Russia wants a buffer zone between their country and NATO's property, or whatever you want to call it.
Interesting. That's why they.
That's what the whole Ukraine thing's about. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Putin, no shirt on, not giving a fuck, riding a horse, 2 middle fingers in the air.
Oh, yeah. Sucking my dick.
Yeah.
What you do, you suck on my dick.
Sucking my dick.
Yeah. You're Obama, fuck that guy.
Obama's going to show him, I got a big black one for you if you keep acting like that.
No, that'll be Michelle.
I mean, Obama's already... I sound like a booster here, but he's had a couple situations where he's like, no, do not fuck with us.
Well, why do you think we're
That's
fucking,
why we're back in Iraq.
Why do you think we're fucking around down in Cuba again, like going, we're going to reopen the fucking... Yeah, dude, we're reopening, both Cuba and us, we're reopening the...
Embassies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So why do you think that's happening? Because Russia, dude, fuck that. We don't want Russia down there. We want that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's
securing our... Yeah.
He's doing what Kennedy didn't do.
Right.
Well, wasn't it Eisenhower who pulled us out of there?
Out of Cuba?
Cuba, yeah, wasn't it Eisenhower who...
Have we ever left Cuba?
well, you know what I mean, the trade relations,
No, that was Kennedy. That was the Cuban
Missile... No, I know Cuban Missile
Crisis
Crisis was Kennedy, but I'm saying the initial relations, the initial embargoes, wasn't that Eisenhower?
I don't know. I think whoever was in power at that time would have pulled the embassy from him as soon as they started the relationship with Russia.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Cuba who forced the hand.
Right.
Nobody just suddenly got a boner for Cuba. It was like, fuck those guys and their cigars. We don't need them.
But the Russians already...
We used to love Cuba.
They believe that the second Cold War is here. And it is. But that's what they believe, so that means it is.
Cuba, you could have been Puerto Rico, but you fucked it up.
Yeah, no shit.
You fucked it up big time.
You could have been a tourist trap. Yeah, we get cigars back. That'd be great.
Well, maybe they're about to be the new Puerto Rico.
They are. It would be stupid for their government not to. Like, what do they got nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, people are going to pour into Cuba?
They've barely advanced since they since we left.
Their cars are like from the 50s.
Right. But okay, so that is interesting though, because where on the more liberal side you have people going, well, why not? Like, this is ridiculous. This is an old argument. What do we? Our embargo's not solved anything.
You're not doing anything.
Right.
Why are we embargoing them?
Right.
We're not doing anything.
Whereas the conservatives, their viewpoint is, well, have they changed their views? Have they started treating their people better?
No.
Have they overthrown their dictator?
How could they?
Do they have more human rights?
We put their fucking dictator there.
Which is it sounds like a fair point until you realize that's not what any of this was about in the first place. Nobody said, "Hey, pull the U.S. embassy because they're executing faggots in their country."
I thought it was fucked up that like
it was all about Russia. So why wouldn't it be about Russia now?
Well, that's the thing is like I thought it was fucked up that we're getting along with Russia, right? We were getting along with them great in the 90s, and also we still have fucking Cuba down there that we're not giving embargoes to. Like we had fucking people that were pointing missiles at us, and like now it's like, oh, okay, this little tiny island, we're gonna be like, fuck you. No, you're a little man. We're gonna piss on.
Well,
like why?
It's because they were down with Russia.
But so what? I mean, we became allies. Well, not allies, but we chilled out with Russia.
But what I'm getting to is, I
think
Jay
had to go leave power.
Jay is spot on though that this is still about Russia. We should.
I don't think it's ever not been about Russia.
We should start repairing a relationship with this country before Russia sinks its claws into it again.
Yep. We're going to be your moneymaker, not Russia. You're going to be a tourist attraction, not a fucking bomb attraction.
Putin goes over to Cuba and he's like...
We're like the one pimp offering her a better life.
Yeah, exactly. We won't
look at you.
Russia's like, come on, you've been with me forever. And we're like this new pimp that's like, I can offer you a better life.
No.
The finest cars, furs, diamonds.
Yeah, I got money.
Putin goes over there and he says...
Russia's got no money.
Look at your country. You're stuck in the 50s. You've got American cars from the 50s. Come with me, my friend. I'll take you into the 80s.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
We're like, you want internet?
You like blue jeans?
You like Van Halen t-shirts?
Yeah. You want smartphones? You come to us. You want blue jeans?
You want to drive
go to them.
A Pontiac Fiero?
Oh, yeah.
We have the best flip phones.
Yeah. No, so that's what it's about, man. The Ruskies. And then when the Russians and the fucking Chinese decide that they want to blend their communism together, dude, it's going to be brutal.
Well, China's not going to do anything to piss us off till we pay them back. Because they know we'll just say, fuck you, come get it.
They will. That's the thing. They will. But the Chinese are more like, yeah, we're just going to buy your ass. We're just going to own everything. And then like, oh, okay, you don't want You don't want to pay us back? Here's where we embargo you and fucking... Yeah, there's no more Walmart because it's all from China.
Yeah, but what would happen
So we're just
then?
like the crime syndicate that buys up the whole block?
Yeah. Oh, no, we
Or
just
I
borrow.
should say China is.
Yeah,
China
is, yeah.
just buys up the whole block.
China just buys up the whole block, including the United States. Like, come on.
But we're way too entangled with China's economy to just pull out. And that
At least I'll be dead in 30 years.
Yeah.
We'd fuck up our own country.
Oh, yeah. Come get it. We'll shoot you from our couch while we're watching TV, motherfucker. It's like hunting deer. You want to come here?
Yeah, we started our Call of Duty youth training program about 5 years ago.
Yeah. They'll be like, yeah, but we know the glitches. We programmed it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, every computer? Oh, yeah, those are our chips. Click. Oh, they're gone.
And North Korea shows up like their crazy uncle.
Hi. Hello. It's their cousin with Down syndrome.
It's the uncle you don't want to leave alone with the children.
Come on.
Sorry, Down syndrome people. No disrespect.
Thank you for listening, liking, and sharing Unregimented on Facebook and following Unregimented on Twitter at UnregimentedPod. If you like Unregimented, please tell a friend to visit ChristopherMedia.net. You can subscribe to Unregimented on iTunes for free just by clicking through the iTunes banner at ChristopherMedia.net. You can also show your support for Unregimented when you buy something on iTunes just by clicking through the iTunes banner at ChristopherMedia.net. It won't cost you anything extra, and it shows your support for Unregimented. While you're on iTunes, please remember to write a review and rate Unregimented 5 stars. Just click on the iTunes banner at ChristopherMedia.net. Android users can listen to Unregimented for free at ChristopherMedia.net by clicking on the Stitcher radio player on our homepage. You can also listen to Unregimented for free at TuneIn.com or by downloading their free TuneIn radio app. Don't forget, you can always listen to Unregimented for free across any platform just by going to ChristopherMedia.net. Make sure to check out all of the podcasts on ChristopherMedia.net. Mondays and Fridays, you have Unregimented. Reach us at UnregimentedPod on Twitter. Tuesdays and Fridays, you have the Weedsman Podcast. Find those guys at the Weedsman420 on Twitter. Wednesday, you have the Projection Booth, projection-booth.com, or at ProBoothCast on Twitter. Saturday, you have the Captain's Table at Captain's Podcast on Twitter. You can also check out one of our new shows, well, new to us. It's the Ugly Club Podcast. It's another movie podcast, but these guys go with more of a theme each week rather than just one movie. You could check them out at Ugly Club Podcast on Twitter or uglyclubpodcast.com. If you like Unregimented and want to show your support for Unregimented, you can donate to Christopher Media by clicking through the PayPal button at ChristopherMedia.net. If you use Amazon.com, please click through the Amazon banner at ChristopherMedia.net and bookmark the link. It won't cost you anything extra, and when you buy something, you will show your support for Unregimented. If you're looking to launch your own website, please click through the HostGator banner at ChristopherMedia.net. That's who we use to host Unregimented. When you sign up for HostGator by clicking through the banner at ChristopherMedia.net, you are helping to support Unregimented. You know what's funny? I never knew this was Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
I always thought this was the band. Sounds like Robbie Robertson.
But, didn't the band play with Bob Dylan? What they did?
No, they were their own thing, I believe. Like, doesn't it sound like this is the same guy that did, Take a Load Off Annie?
Yeah.
This is Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan hired them for his U.S. tour in 1965.
Okay. You win.
He was his. Yeah, they were his band for a while.
You win the Music's Not battle this time.
Because they were always the band of various frontmen. Helm said the name the band worked well when the group came into its own.
Just because he doesn't want to turn into some machine.
Gotta get fucking bored.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, something that's like the same from the same album.
That's. Are you sure that song was sung by Bob Dylan? Because that doesn't sound like Bob Dylan.
Everything that came up said it was Bob Dylan.
Like written by him and performed by. I don't know. It just. Let me see. Where'd you look it up?
On the YouTubes, just powered by the Googles.
Let's see the soundtrack. Is that The Man in Me?
Yes.
Yeah, written and performed by Bob Dylan. Maybe I just haven't listened to enough Dylan.
The song's just about like drinking wine.
Straight down the Mississippi River to the Gulf of Mexico, to Lake Charles, Louisiana. Little Bessie girl I once knew, and she told me just to come on by if there's anything that she could do. Up on Cripple Creek, she sends me if I spring a leak. She mends me, I don't have to speak, and she defends me a drunker stream if I ever did see one. Good luck had just stung me. To the racetrack I did go.
Right, I'd rather have that. The state's a very passive-aggressive state. Everybody's fucking passive-aggressive.
Yeah, we fucking perfected it out here.
It'll be nice when
Hey, did you hear the WTF with him? David Byrne?
I haven't listened to it yet.
It was fucking awesome. It like makes me want to download their entire catalog and just listen to everything they've ever done.
David Byrne is a super smart guy. I never did read his book that he wrote about music.
This song was written. This song was David Byrne figuring out how to write a song. Like
really?
Ironically, it was their first hit, but he said this song was him figuring out how to actually write a song. This was his first experiment with actually composing and writing a song.
Really?
Because before he had always done things with other people and just kind of messed around. But this was his actual first attempt at writing an actual song. Like having an idea and turning it into a song, I guess you could say. Wait, something about Liam Neeson's coming on. I think it's right here. Oh, he didn't. Something about Liam Neeson.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
I might have lost my leg in the war. What war? The war.
Some guys called the Feliz Brothers.
The Feliz?
Feliz Brothers.
Feliz Navidad.
I'm not
Yeah,
going to
kinda.
try to debate it.
This reminds me of a modern version of Up on Cripple
Not
Creek.
everybody's perfect. My baby told me, darling, if you can't get a pardon, better get a parole. I told her I'll be out by the morning when the sun is down and with a money roll. Ooh, that gal's the gal for me. She loves me tenderly. I walk with my brand new slacks and my hair slicked back down to Donnie's pier. Donnie wants me to buy him a bottle, but I blew my wallet on a chandelier. All for my loving gal.
I turned it down. Well, I turned your headphones down too.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah, because I did turn them up for Sam.
My sensitive ears.
Sam, hopefully he'll join us again. Did you hear the episode? He got to be the drop before the show.
No, I haven't heard it.
And he's talking about put your hot pants on, boys. When we were talking about the gay marriage.
So good for them. I mean, that's great. Yeah. Good for gay people.
It only took till 2015 to go gays are people too.
Yeah. What cracked me up? I mean, not cracked me up. I about came out of my chair when I heard a gay guy comparing their fight for marriage like the civil rights in the 60s. I about pissed my pants.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's not that bad. Like, you can hide your gay. You don't have to, but you can. Well, and it's more accepted.
I don't know if that's a fair point.
Well,
I mean, just because you can hide it, it almost...
No, I know, but it's there wasn't like... It wasn't as bad as that. Come on, man. Like, that was like...
If you're openly gay, it was. Like, if you're, like, so gay you can see it. Like,
but when I see, like, a guy like that or a person like that...
Well, no, like the gentlemen who are obvious.
I can just see the gay all over.
No, I'm saying, like, the guy...
flaming.
Like, the gentlemen who are obvious. Flaming. Like... There's no question in your mind when you see that guy. You're like, yeah,
no, but I mean,
that guy's gay.
It's just
sometimes he's
like,
not.
You're silly.
Sometimes he's just putting it on for pussy.
But like, I don't look at
really.
That works with some girls, confused ones.
Well, it's you like
with daddy issues.
I don't know. So you're gay.
Way to make it weird, Aaron.
You weren't.
I made it weird,
slaves.
Mr. Homovision. Yeah. I can see the gay on him.
No, like there was
some people just radiate it.
No, like we were watching TV.
He's right.
We were watching TV yesterday, and there's a commercial for like some hair care product, and the guy came on, and just the spokesman. The guy was like it was. I was just saying, like that guy's so gay you could see it.
Oh, when?
Yeah, like there's no doubt.
Yeah,
like
but he's selling hair care products.
But he likes boners.
No, but I'm saying not even in the way he's dressed and stuff, the way he's conducting himself, his mannerisms. Like I was just saying, that's so gay. You could he's gay and he's proud of it.
You can tell.
I'm saying my whole point is, if you're gay like that, it was just as bad for you.
I don't think so. I disagree with that. Strongly disagree with that.
Just as bad? I don't know. I don't even know. How can you quantify these things? So you look at the number of deaths.
Let's
Black
see.
people have
you had
much
200 years of oppression and slavery for one type of person, and then gay people have been basically crucified for the entirety of everything and always. But like,
gay people would have white people and black people whooping their ass. Yeah. Coming together in hate. I mean, that's what I'm like. But I'm just trying to say, man. It's.
I don't know. I don't agree with that.
If they were who they were, it was.
You got your shit way faster than fucking black people did.
Really?
Yeah, really they did. In this country, yeah, really.
Well, I guess it would come down to the question then, do you consider withholding marriage from gay people a form of oppression?
It wasn't just about marriage. It was about, like you were saying, like Penn Jillette said, it was about just treating people equally in general. It was It was about more than marriage.
That's why I'm asking. Is that a form of oppression?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Then you can equate it with the civil rights movement, and it doesn't have to be about who suffered more.
Okay, point taken. No, I'll accept that.
Right.
I can accept that. So yeah, all right. Well, I still laughed at the guy, but whatever.
You were just like, don't be so dramatic.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Listen, drama queen.
Right. It's like, I mean, well, I know he's, it was the mannerisms and everything that just got me. I was like, what the fuck? The inner redneck in me was just like, really? Did you really fucking go there?
And I've been thinking about listening to tonight at the podcast. I don't think we're doing the right thing when we're calling them the gays.
The gays?
We've all done it.
Oh, I mean,
yeah.
I don't fucking care what you do in your bedroom. I don't really fucking care what your lifestyle is.
No, but I just have a feeling
people.
I have a feeling when we say the gays, we're doing like a you people kind of thing.
I guess, yeah.
Whatever.
Oh,
I'm not saying the whole LBGD blah 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 thing. It's not.
Yeah, what's the preferred?
No, wait.
Yeah,
you're adding another letter in there.
There's bis. Yeah,
no, you
bisexual.
said D.
No,
you said LGBT.
No,
the whole alphabet.
Yeah, right. Whatever. Like you can have that shit. You're gay.
Right.
I mean, there's no gay or lesbian. You're gay. If you want to steal the word happy, then that's fine. You did. You get it. You can have it. Because if you're happy.
No, I was just saying. I think the gays may be pejorative, and we may not think it is. Perhaps we're coming off in a different tone.
I'm sure we are, and you know what? You're not sorry you're gay, and I'm not sorry that I'm ignorant about that. So.
Maybe we're saying the whites, the blacks.
Right.
It was all fine until the blacks moved in. Maybe sound coming off like that.
Yeah. If you take
as opposed
it that way,
to what?
Whatever. If you take it that way, whatever. That's your fucking problem.
Regular gay?
No. Like what would?
I think adding the in front of it makes anything pejorative. Perhaps.
I see.
Well, you're the bald guy in the room. You're the dark hair guy in the room.
I think I understand your point now. Is that when you say the gays, you're basically saying that you can paint them all with one brush stroke. They're all the same.
No, it's a generalization, I guess.
Right, but no, that's his point. Is while it's not our intention, it sounds dismissive. Right.
Well, I am dismissive about it because it's like that's your fucking lifestyle. I really don't care. I'm glad you can get married, and I think that's totally you got the rights for that. But
you're not.
Yeah, it's just
you're right in the way that it doesn't affect you. Really, you're dismissive of the notion. I'm talking about being dismissive of a person.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. They're people.
Right.
They're fucking people. I don't mean it. Yeah, right. No, I don't. No.
By the way, for Monday listeners, if you're here for comic books and Star Wars, we're sorry.
Oh, you want to talk?
It'll be back next week.
No, because I'll be quiet the whole time if you talk comic books.
Well, since you brought it up, just real quick, I'll bitch about
Thanks,
Marvel. Well, they had
he has a stack with him.
I know he does.
You know he's prepared.
There's a big. They made their announcement for all the new series that are coming out after their Secret Wars thing, because part of this is revamping the whole thing and mixing up all the all the teams are getting mixed up, all the creators are moving on to other things. But they also lost a lot of their good writers. Rick Remender, Kieran Gillen, trying to think of who else. I mean, they've gained some really good ones like Jeff Lemire too, but it's really interesting. I would actually, you know what? I'm going to pull up the exact story so I can just read you because I can't remember the guy's name.
Thank you.
You got to place it. Yeah,
I know.
It's got to be well placed.
I was like, you got to do it.
Like once he said, "I'm going to go look it up." Oh, there we go. I'm trying to keep my eyes from not glazing over.
I am.
But I wanted. It was leading up to. There's a story that I think you might appreciate.
Well, you're married. You know about pretending that you're interested in something, right?
Notice I didn't answer that question, right?
Well, she's not here.
I don't care. It's on tape. I say a lot of incriminating things in this show. That's not going to be one of them.
Gotcha. I'm being judged from the couch, by the way, for that comment.
Yeah,
I can feel it. It's purely for entertainment purposes only. It's like a sports betting 900 number. These are purely for entertainment purposes only.
I thought I could find it. No, the story was there was yet another artist who decided that he wasn't going to be working for Marvel anymore, and a lot of them are being very amicable and like, I just want to work on my own stuff. I don't want to be tied to having to have everything approved through the editor, and you can't do certain things with certain characters because they're involved in other books where things are happening. I can't kill this guy because he's still got to be on this team over here.
So are we looking at like an influx of semi-independent comics coming
As far as where the most interesting work is going, yeah. It depends on how much you consider.
You mean you hope?
Well, it's not about independent so much as in like a company like Image, who is taking over a good chunk of the market. Their whole basis is creator-owned properties. Whereas Marvel and DC own these characters, and you can do what you want with them within parameters of what affects their bigger overall plan of not only other books that are coming out and other things that are happening in that universe, but movies and other TV shows and other promotional stuff that all has to tie in with that too. we'll let you do, this big story with the Green Arrow, but you got to wait until, let's do that during the summertime in between seasons of the television show so we can pick up some readership off the television show. Whereas Image, it's all, the creator owns it. They can do whatever they want with their characters, and they can take them and go with them wherever they want as well. People like Mark Miller, who did The Kingsman, Wanted, Kick-Ass. Image didn't see any money from those movies, even though those
triangle is equal to the square root of the remaining side.
Those properties, those properties were created originally at Image. Those are Image books, or maybe not all of them. Take that back about The Kingsman, but. Regardless, when somebody came to Mark Miller and said, hey, you got some great ideas, let's start making movies out of these, he was the one to sell the rights off to his characters and see the rewards for it, and also decide how much control he had over the final product. Instead of having, Marvel works more like a studio now.
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on.
He's trying to explain. Pay some attention.
I wish I could pull up the story because there was an.
I just don't know any of these names. I don't know.
I don't either.
I know what Marvel means.
You understand the concepts that I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
No, so
don't anger the Aaron.
Sorry.
Just let me finish.
I'm being a dick.
Shut up.
My fault.
So there was one guy in particular whose name I can't recall, but he had worked for. I think he was working on Iron Fist, and he did a whole 12 issues of writing and drawing and doing everything on it. He basically was producing these comics by himself. And he went out to eat with his editor. And he said, the editor said to him, because this is a guy he's worked for hire, but he's been doing Marvel stuff for years now. He's not an actual Marvel employee, but he's working on Marvel properties, right? Takes him out to eat, and he says, so dinner's on me, but if you want drinks, that's on you. He's like, all right, why is Marvel cheaping out on me? And he thought that he was going out to dinner to be congratulated on doing 12 issues all by himself. Just getting a whole year's run on a book is kind of a feat these days when they're pulling people off midway through a run. Then he asked, he said, the other part of the article said that he said he was going to be in town at a certain date. Could he come by and visit the office? The guy told him, well, we don't really like outsiders stopping by, it's too easy to overhear something that's a movie in process or an idea that we don't want getting out there until we can control the message on it. So basically, he's just kind of not really being treated like an employee. He's just something expendable. But that treatment has caused a lot of writers to flee, and now we're seeing a handful of decent writers writing a majority of the Marvel book. If they piss them off, then the whole quality is going down in general.
I had a thought.
What is so fucking funny?
I'm like, what the fuck's going on over there?
All right, who wrote the person who wrote Power Fist, right? Or Fist
Iron
Man?
Fist. It's Power Man and Iron Fist.
Oh, Power Man and Iron Fist. Keep naming other titles in that by that author.
I told you I don't remember his name.
No, but the person who wrote those, what other things did he write?
I don't know.
Because you named a whole bunch of them in another episode, and it all seemed vaguely thinly homoerotic to me, the names. There was another couple, and they were all four of them. I was like, oh, wow, this guy
Power Man and Iron Fist.
Power Man, Iron Fist, and there was a couple others. It was the same guy. You named all four of them in an episode, and I was like, those all sound very homoerotic.
Same guy, the same guy that was writing all of them?
Yes.
I don't know.
Roy Thomas and Gil Kane?
No, those are. Are you looking up the creators of the characters?
I look writer of Iron Fist.
Yeah, I don't know what you're digging for.
Finger bang.
Homoerotic sounding comic book character names.
Yeah, all four of them sound. No, it wasn't even vaguely. It was
No, it was straight up.
All four of them together was overt. I was like, dude, anyone ever noticed a theme in this guy's titles?
I don't know.
I'll have to go back and I should have.
I wish I knew what you were referring to.
I wish I did too. But I think that was you and Rich had gone down the path together.
Because we were talking about Daredevil. It was interesting story about Back to the Future that I read this week too. How Robert Zemeckis refuses to let a remake of Back to the Future happen while he's still alive.
Awesome. That's great.
And
so he's sniper fodder is what you're saying?
Oh, God.
For the studios? I mean,
he said, well, I guess that's the contract that they signed with the studio, was that they retain the rights to the characters and for as long as him and what's the other guy's name? Bob Gale. Bob Gale was his co-writer on the project. So those two own the rights to it. A movie can't happen with these characters or without their consent, and he's dead set against it being remade.
Bob Zemeckis.
Like, the movies are fine. They're great movies. There's absolutely no reason to make them.
Yeah.
I mean, he
does. Do not shit on my work. Love, Bob Zemeckis.
He does go on to say he does equating it. He does equate it to somebody trying to remake Citizen Kane.
Whoa! I mean, it's a great movie. I can quote it line by line right now. We could start and be here for 2 hours. But yeah, I mean, is it that? I don't think I know some film buffs, and they'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. It's an extremely entertaining film. It does everything that it should.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah,
but it's not Citizen Kane.
It's not cinema,
right?
But thank God that it doesn't have to be ruined, right? It could just be another thing that, like Transformers, you know.
Remember that South Park where they watched? They were watching Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull,
right? Which I enjoyed,
and they just kept talking about like it was horrible. They were acting like it was just being raped the entire time. They're like, they're raping him. Stan and Kyle. You're saying that would be Bob Zemeckis?
Who would?
Saying, don't rape my film. Plus, they need like a steady cam for Michael J. Fox.
Oh, dude. Where's your man about that? You give me shit about Down syndrome joke, but you don't do the Michael J. Fox Parkinson's joke.
I guess not.
Said they need a steady cam.
I know. I heard it.
Oh, okay.
And I just shook my head.
Oh, nodding disapproval.
I got.
He's disappointed.
Man, for my Down syndrome. I mean, you're not an equal opportunity. Like you're.
I was trying to save you. You compared North Koreans, to people with Down syndrome. I mean, that's a double whammy right there. He just made fun of one person. You took two harmless groups.
Harmless? How are the Down syndrome people harmless?
Did you ever fight one?
You know, it's the Down syndrome people.
The Downsers.
No, I mean that was terrible.
Right. What the fuck else are we going to talk about?
I don't know.
1955.
Something that we're not going to dig ourselves into a hole over. There's a cannon that shoots tacos.
What?
That's badass.
I sent it.
Where?
Bring up the link.
Taco cannon.
We discussed
you can see
this
it
in another
happen.
Episode, I thought.
Let's see
I don't
taco
think so.
cannon.
Look at your that shit that I sent you.
Is it email or face page?
It was on Facebook. It was through Messenger. Yeah, the second one, that one.
You know, I thought that said taco cannon earlier. I'm like, no, I gotta be high.
No.
That really did say taco cannon.
Is it the fun fest?
A cannon that shoots tacos. Why not? It's a great headline.
Let's see. I think we're actually going to see it in action.
Voodoo taco.
Can I eat the taco?
Wicked
Apparently,
good tacos.
yes.
So.
Oh, wait.
What are you doing?
We're still with Marty McFly.
Well, that was great. You could have let that play out and then done the taco cannon.
Well, there may be audio with the taco cannon, and I do not want to deprive us of audio of the taco cannon. If you're hermaphrodite, is that the nickname for your junk?
A taco cannon?
Watch as these magnificent creatures take flight.
This is a commercial.
The guy's not talking about the tacos that will be coming out of the canyon. This is a commercial.
I was expecting one of them to get hit with a taco and just
I know, right?
That'd be awesome.
Hot sauce and beef and cheese explode on the side of his head.
All right, here it comes. Drum roll.
All right, here we go. I'm just a little kid.
Whoa,
it
how
sounded like fun. And I'm
far
like,
did that thing go?
Very.
Justified the expense. My partners laughed at me. They're like, that's dumb. Now they're emailing me today saying about the best thing we've ever bought.
I understand shooting T-shirts. I understand shooting hot dogs. How does a taco become something you can shoot out of a cannon?
You know, I just do. I wouldn't say it would be as
I just do.
quality when it gets to them, but it's edible.
But you're not just throwing it together just to get it in the camera. You're throwing the goods in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the guy's name's Thor Trip.
We're going to make a good taco come out of the can, and we're not going to just put some fake thing in there, because they're going to talk about it. It goes, how's the taco? If it sucks, they're going to tell the guys next to them. So
it's because it's what? That's what it made a taco can.
Are plenty of demonstrations.
Uno, dos, tres.
That's racist.
It's not. It's a taco.
No, he can't. It's Spanish.
I know.
He's not Spanish. Or Mexican.
The taco is.
So they're shooting tacos at cars.
These magnificent creatures.
Did you see the freaking newscaster that was throwing axes like outside New York, and it like went over the fucking target and hit a guy that was playing like drum and fife?
It hit him?
It freaking hit him in the hand. He was a drummer, and it hit him in the hand.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Why was he throwing axes?
They were doing some kind of axe demonstration outside. There was some dude that was
some sort of axe demonstration.
Yeah, right.
In New York. As people do.
In New York.
Yes, in places populated with much foot traffic.
I just that guy's attitude. What? I just put a taco in a can. It's crazy. I just felt like making a taco can.
But he admitted that it wasn't going to be the best taco you ever had, but
isn't that?
But it's an
you don't want to be. You don't want to
to
stereotype people, but that's Nebraska. That's the typical Nebraska news story. Like, hey, look at
what is typical? What about a taco cannon is typical?
Well, I'm saying there's nothing going on. We're putting a taco cannon on the 6 o'clock news. That's what I'm saying. You're not seeing that in New York. Hey, look, this guy made a taco cannon. Let's waste 5 minutes of news time on this.
I did not think that.
Look
taco
up,
cannon. Fucking Nebraskans. Jesus.
Yeah, it's like
Nebraskans and their taco cannons.
Look up Fox News anchor hits man with axe on live TV or live on TV.
I don't want to see blood.
It's not blood, dude.
I'm a pussy.
It's not blood. It's probably
Who's going to win this battle of the lumberjacks?
Holy
That's not next.
Holy fuck! He hit the guy in the
shit!
arm.
Clayton.
What a retard. And I'm not trying to offend people that are mentally disabled.
Well, they didn't have anything.
Again, this show.
He was throwing an axe at a target that was like 2 feet wide.
Yeah, but he went up over the top.
Well, he managed to. It hit the top and then flipped over.
Right.
So he actually did hit it.
Why would you put
but I mean, what are the
people
chances?
behind him? Why would you put drummers
behind him? Why wouldn't you do it somewhere like against a wall where you're not going to hit anything else except for cement? Maybe. I mean, there's so many questions.
And that's Fox News for you.
Yeah, but everybody else involved. Why were they setting it up in the first place? What was
I don't know. I just saw that part. It was hilarious. No, I mean, I feel bad for the guy, man. The guy hit with the axe.
The poor fuck. Did the axe part hit him in the arm?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that would hurt.
Like he got fucked up.
Really, dude? Brian Adams.
Should have played Mac the Knife. Some songs about axes. There's a song. It cuts like an axe.
Yeah, it's about an axe.
Here.
Wow. Put his headphones on, strike.
Yeah, no, I don't listen to Brian fucking Adams.
All right, calm down.
Canadians.
We should all just wave the freaking Canadian flag instead, because that would be less offensive to everybody in the world, wouldn't it?
How so?
I don't know. I'm just saying, let's pick a different flag.
Last time we were talking about the whole gay marriage thing, Chris brought up the question of what's next. And noticing the cycle that we're kind of on of every 50 years or so, we make another advancement for some group of people.
First cousins can marry?
Right. Come on.
Hey, go to Arkansas. I mean,
come on.
I said in 50 years, I'd say by that time it's going to be artificial intelligence.
Hey, this man's talking about like that movie.
Actually, Stephen Hawking was Hawking discussing that in 50 years AI will take over. Well,
yeah,
he said it will if we keep going at the rate we're going. I think he said it was 2050 something. It would be, we would be like pets.
I don't know if it'll come to that, but yeah, that's what Ray Kurzweil says too in his book, "The Singularity is Near."
Yeah,
he gives us about 50 years before we have to contest with the notion of
I'll be 90. I'm good with that.
What does it actually mean to be quote unquote alive?
Right.
how far does artificial intelligence advance before you start to consider that it might have its own consciousness, its own self-awareness, and therefore its own rights?
You think you'd be able to marry like a real doll that has AI?
I don't know, but
what if your fleshlight had AI?
I did start watching this series on the BBC.
Could you marry it? Just saying.
There's a new series on the BBC
no, it's an
called
inanimate
Humans.
object.
Not if there's intelligence. Sorry.
There's a new series on the BBC called Humans, and it's actually really good. But it deals with this very issue in ways, because what it's about is there's all these they're not androids, they're just robots, but they've figured out a way to like synthesize skin and everything, and they are very realistic, but they still act kind of like a robot, and they're used as, you know, house servants, nannies, cleaning up, all the things that we use immigrants for now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. But there's also these certain
immigrants can start going, they're taking our jobs.
Some of these robots
come here,
have actually advanced to have self-awareness and act. They do what they call passing. You know, they can pass for humans.
You talking about jobs immigrants won't do. Robots will do them.
Well, these self-aware robots are on the run, and there's like the corporations trying to chase them down because they're defective. They need to be recycled, basically. But it's also interesting the different paths that each one of them takes. Like one of them, by the third episode, becomes a killer. It has such disgust for humans that it actually actively starts seeking people that deems deserving to die. But I don't know. It's a good show. It's a decent thriller.
Are we coming full circle with HAL 9000?
Yep. Yeah.
Back to Google.
Right. Well, that's our biggest fear with artificial intelligence is like, well, you know, it can we can conceive having advanced intelligence in a computer, even to the point where it's self-aware. But if you do that without having a human nature, that because, you know, we don't kill not because it's in the 10 Commandments or because it's in the laws. We just understand that that's not the right thing to do, right?
Generally, most of us.
Right. So the sane ones among us. So, but you don't have that same inbuilt filter in an artificial intelligence. So that's why we get these scenarios like HAL, where Hal's thing was he had a mission, right? He had a directive, and when the importance of the directive outweighed the lives of the individual crew members, he didn't have that same human filter in him that would say, no, that's another person. I can't. Fuck the mission. Let's save the guy.
Putting it's part of the program.
Part of the program?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Part of the program?
Never mind.
Oh. I don't know what you're saying.
I said part of the programming. Part of the robot.
Well, they have the servant robots have what they call Asimov filters on them, which are programming blocks that stop them from harming other humans, which is a reference to Isaac Asimov and his books like I, Robot.
For now, but what if they come up with
I, Robot was a good movie. Pretty good.
I
liked it.
That had nothing to do with the book, but
no,
yeah.
I'm sure. Well, yeah.
It was a good action movie.
Yeah, it was a good action movie.
Yeah.
What about when they figured out how to take the filters off? Were we fucked?
No,
I mean, you could take the governor off a golf cart. You know, all you need is a stick.
No, there's certainly people who are hacking the robots. And
hacking the robots sounds like some kind of euphemism for something.
No, just plugging your laptop into them and rewriting their code. But yeah, anyway, robots.
Robosexuals. Is that going to be the new thing? I'm attracted to machinery.
If
you give your fleshlight AI, will you become a robosexual?
If you have the auto blower, does that make you a robosexual?
Maybe if you only prefer the auto blower, you are a robosexual.
Oh, what if your vibrator had artificial intelligence?
I said your fleshlight.
Your fleshlight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Would that make you robosexual?
Only
if you exclusively fuck it.
No, what I heard was.
But what if you're like a married man and you only get sex once a month and like it's not necessarily a preference, but like it's a necessity?
I thought your question
I'm sorry. Am I getting too personal here?
What if your flashlight had an eye? I was picturing like an.
Your
it was very creepy.
An eye.
An eye, like a.
Oh, an eye.
Yes,
I see.
like an eyeball.
I gotcha. Yeah.
Like.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Ooh, that'd be kind of freaky.
Don't look at me.
No, I just misunderstood. You said, "What if your flashlight had AI?"
Would it have a gag reflex if it had?
No.
You could
Why
probably
would
program
it need
it to have one.
You could program it, yeah.
There you go. But it wouldn't be an artificial intelligence at that point in time. It'd be programmed.
No.
It could learn the gag. It could learn when to.
So,
have
like,
the gag
would your
reflex.
fleshlight deny you sex?
Why would you
Like,
want it?
It would.
Why would you? Yeah, exactly. Why
Then
would you
what's
want
the
it to have
point of the
artificial
machine?
intelligence?
What's the point of the machine?
I'm just asking.
It's going to deny you.
Well, it's the whole wife-girlfriend experience. Well, wife experience.
Once again, defeats the purpose of the machine.
Well, if it has AI, though.
Keep AI out of the fleshlights.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
This is Hanson. We're taking it right now.
There's one we can all agree on.
Actually, like the real doll company is putting AI into their dolls.
Why?
I don't know.
Ruin the experience.
Why ruin a good thing?
So they can, so people can have a conversation with the robot,
and then the real doll can say it's too tired.
Oh yes, I love you, Jim.
It has a headache.
My name's Dan.
Not tonight. I have a kernel error.
Yeah. And on that note,
it's a programmer joke.
Yeah.
Nerds everywhere are laughing their balls off.
Not so much.
I don't know.
It was more of like it was more like seeing Control-Alt-Delete on a
Not tonight.
screen, like on TV. That was about the
internal server error.
I saw that resource monitor. What the hell was I watching a TV show. They had the resource monitor on the screen.
The resource monitor.
You know, you hit Control-Alt-Delete and go to resource monitor. And
Oh,
you can
okay.
Actually,
all right.
So it's like what your processor's doing, what your RAM's doing,
Right.
and there's like you know, graphs and shit.
I get you.
So it looks like kind of important if you don't know what the fuck it is, but you know, it's
Right.
really not.
There's a lot of times where I'm watching TV and they'll have all kinds of shit up on the computer screens.
That's such bullshit.
And it'll be like it's a crime lab, you know, and they're analyzing somebody's DNA or some shit, and I'm like, that's Pro Tools.
Yeah, it's like GarageBand.
Yeah.
That is definitely Pro Tools. And what's even worse, though, is a lot of times they've gotten better at it now, I think, because we're getting more used to what sound actually looks like when it's being recorded on a computer, like what you can see right there. But when they show like they're recording something, but it's just these like blobs that are going up and down, and they're not syncing up with the voice at all, I find that really off. But that will definitely take me out of the moment.
Like they got the old wave EQ in the background.
Right.
It's doing a big wave. It's like a sine wave.
Right.
Like, what do you know?
That doesn't ever happen ever.
No. Well, I mean, once in a while it does, but if the room you're in is
Right.
like not for recording, but for audio like suppression, you know, like. But because you're cutting out certain frequencies to.
My fellow
Right.
nerds and I will retire to the nerdery with our calculators.
All right.
What?
We've gone off a nerd cliff.
Why? Because I'm talking computers. You were talking fucking comic books.
I know. It was a collaborative effort.
She's like, I want my 5 minutes.
So let's sign off.
Bye. No. All right. Yeah. Sorry if you were here for the nerd stuff. Jay wanted to catch up, and like we said last episode.
Yeah, so fuck all you all. No.
Yeah, we do this to you for free. Do this to you. We give this to you for free.
You could pay us.
Yeah. Click through the Amazon, PayPal, all that stuff. But Aaron had the best quote ever. We never promised you people anything.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing you.
You don't have to listen.
This is all for free. We've given you countless hours of free entertainment. What have you given us? Grief. Nah, just kidding.
All right. You're sounding bitter.
I know. Thank you for listening, actually. Thanks for everyone for following us on Twitter.
Thank you very much.
And the face page.
I
all
appreciate it.
Jay, thank you for coming back.
Oh, man, I'm so glad to be here.
Thought it was something we said.
No.
Cool.
Work.
Yeah, that's what happens. Bills don't pay themselves, right? But
well, I think they do. I just go to work and things happen.
You just go to work and the lights stay on. So
that's pretty much it. I just go do my job.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. We will catch you guys Friday.
See you next week.
Adios.
Later this week.
Bye.
If you enjoy this show and want more people to know about it, head on over to iTunes, leave a comment, and rate it 5 stars. Make sure you like and share us on Facebook, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Just search for Christopher Media. Thank you in advance for supporting Christopher Media by clicking on the PayPal button and by clicking through to all the sponsors who support ChristopherMedia.net. Most importantly, we would like to take the time to extend an extra special thanks to you. Christopher Media could not exist without your support. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net, and thank you for listening. Christopher Media. Let's make some noise. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
The sweet aromas of the apple fritter, cinnamon roll, and blueberry muffin are hard to resist. So making it home without reaching in your McDonald's bag